And the field is set to go here for the Heineken 3 handicap. Stand by. Racing now. And Little Miss Mac was one of the first to get going out quickly. Also Echoes in time. Amalfi Lass jumped away nicely enough from the inside, but it's a bunching field and she'll get squeezed back now as Streak Away comes over. Summit Trail and Big Red Costa going forward, as well as Rose's Shadow. Well, no one really wanted to lead, so Summit Trail was around the outside quickly here for the Frenchman Autier. And at the 1150, Summit Trail takes it up and leads by a length to Big Red Costa. Streak Away had settled down third on the inside of Rose's Shadow, who'd found the box seat early. A length and a half away is Echoes in time. Tell him we're coming together. Cyberpunk 3 deep. Amalfi Lass getting right back with Thunder Boom as they'd come down the riverside of the track, and they're back there in company with Little Miss Mac, but at Summit Trail at the 800 leads the way by about a head. Big Red Costa's up on his outside, just trying to apply some level of pressure. Going forward now, Rose's Shadow here at the 700 had to come off their heels. Streak Away fourth. Over on the inside, Echoes in time. G. Pike's hard at work on. Tell him we're coming back in the field. He's just trying to kick up and niggle at him to find the bit from Cyberpunk Thunder Boom. On the rails, Amalfi Lass. The faves got further back, and then came Little Miss Mac, but it's a tightly bunched field. Into the home straight, they'd cornered. Summit Trail led Big Red Costa. On the outside, Rose's Shadow, though, ranges up to them. Echoes in time, and now the favourite finds a bit of room, and he's picking up. Here comes Tell him we're coming. Thunder Boom's wider out. The favourite, though, well, he went from absolute boiled lollies to chocolates in about 100 metres. He's put pay to them and comes away. Tell him we're coming from Cyberpunk. Echoes in time, Little Miss Mac, and he won it easily at the finish. Tell him we're coming. He scored from either Cyberpunk, Little Miss Mac, Echoes in time. I'm not really sure about the minors from Rose's Shadow, Thunder Boom. In behind those, then Echoes in time, Amalfi Lass, Summit Trail weakening, Streak Away and Big Red Costa.
Very best there, Brittany Taylor. Tell him we're coming. He was in a little bit of trouble at the 400-metre mark, but as we've seen so often here at Ascot, Pikey, well, he gets himself out of trouble, and in the end, it was a pretty soft win for Tell him we're coming.
Well, if you'd put your life savings on at $1.50 on the corner when he was sort of travelling
like
backwards,
you told everyone to do,
you'd be very, very concerned. But you know, when the Wizards are bored, there's not too much to be concerned about, and he just lifted him.
Yeah, and once he saw some clear daylight, probably at the 300-metre mark, Tell him we're coming, never looked like getting beat. Cyberpunk was pretty good back in second. I think it's knocking on the door for a victory pretty shortly, Brittany.
And then Echoes in time, just in for third.
Now at Singapore, the favourite here in an open race is the 10, and that is Gin Go Gin. Grant Williams is about to join us here on Sky Racing 1 before we head over to Singapore. We better get to the shade because it is nice and hot, but Grant, geez, it's good to be at the races with a big crowd.
Don't you love it?
We do love it, and everyone is waving to you even. You're a star.
Oh, that's little Pikes, mate.
What about Tell him we're coming? Are you a little bit nervous at the 500-metre mark, but as we're talking with Brittany, Pike just does what Pike does?
Yeah, it was a good effort, wasn't it? He copped a little check and sort of got a bit worried. There's a lot of horses in front of him, but when he found that gap, I was really impressed the way he hit the line.
Okay, looking forward to the Derby now. Can he win it?
Don't want to mock myself, Gareth, but you know, look, to head towards a Derby, you'd want to win like that today. Obviously now we, hopefully he pulls up good. We go to the Mel Vista next Saturday. He raced a little bit keenly today, which is probably a concern. Willie will tell me what he thinks, but yeah, we'll go to the next one, and then yeah, hopefully he does everything right, and then go from there.
Job well done.
Thanks.
Well done to Grant Williams there. Brittany, we have to head over to Singapore, but you can catch up with Willie Pike and maybe we'll replay that interview on Sky Racing. But here is Singapore. They're behind the gates and they're starting to move in. The favourite here at the moment is the 4, and it's been well supported as well, and that is Red Claw coming up here at Singapore for this Class 4. Catch up with Willie Pike here, and he's not far away. Numbers there, 1, 2, 9 and 10. I thought Echoes in time, Brittany, was another really good effort.
Yeah, it was. That horse just hasn't been lucky with barriers. Has just consistently been drawing wide again and again and again. Finally draws a gate today. The winkers go on, and it really wasn't far away.
Okay, what's your best for the day? We've got a little bit of time here, so the people listening maybe can cop a tip from Brittany.
Look, at a double-figure price, I like a bit sketchy.
Okay. A bit sketchy might be that after today, after a few drinks.
I think a fair few people on course might be that, and the crowd's really building up, everyone into the frozen rosés, so hopefully everyone manages to find a winner throughout the day.
Well, tell him we're coming. Must have taken Willie a bit of time to pull him up because he's only coming back into the parade ring now. So he will make his way back to the winner's circle. Hopefully we can catch up with Willie for a quick word. Our champion rider, and there's a lot of people here heading to the races just to come to watch this man, the Wizard.
I think there'll be a lot of people over east as well looking for something to punt on, tuning into Sky One, and I reckon come the last there'll be an awful lot of money for Pikes Mount.
That might be the question you can ask the Wizard. There's a lot of people over in the east watching you today, Willie. Is there any winner that you can lead us into for the rest of the day? Maybe your best.
He doesn't like to mock himself, though.
He doesn't. Understand that, Willie. But we won't tell anyone. If he just declares his best ride, watch this horse tumbling in.
Let's hope so. I think there'll be plenty more winners in store for him today.
So Willie's coming back eventually here.
Really taking his time.
He has. I think he was quicker with the Commonwealth Games batting that day. I think he got to the winner's circle quicker.
He's got a ride in the next as well. He'll be running off, so we'll only be able to have a quick word with him.
And ladies and gentlemen, Willie Pike's about to catch up here with Brittany Taylor.
And what I love here is down on the fence, we've got a little cheer squad. Is everyone cheering for Willie? Yeah! Yeah! Say, go Pike! Go Pikey!
There we go.
We have a cheer squad ready to go.
So we'll just have a quick chat to Grant and the owners there, and then Brad Lewis will say, come on, Willie, jump on those scales. We need to get paid, Willie, after that odds-on favourite one.
Everyone's waiting. They're lined up at the tote machines.
Only Willie can keep everyone waiting. He jumps on the scales. Mr. Lewis will give all clear. And Britton, you better grab Willie before he leaves because he can be pretty quick leaving.
Willie, you've never taken so long to come back to scale. Tell us about the run. It was a nice win there, but were you worried at the 500?
I was a bit. Found a little bit of traffic. First half of the race couldn't have panned out better for me, but the second half was a little bit messy, but the horse showed his class when he got out.
And the way he finished off, confident going towards that derby?
Yeah, I think so. He stepped up to the mile and run through the line very well. Hard to line up his opposition against what he's going to come up against, so that's a bit of a tricky one. But you can't do any more than what he just did.
Now, who do you have as your best for the day, for the big crowd out here on Good Friday Racing? I know you don't like doing this, but you have to give something to the people. Who's the best?
Well, I suppose Drift Star looks the best on paper.
$1.30, fantastic.
That's all right. Find one that's not.
Congratulations on the win.
Cheers.